We're going to come through have it part 3, part B of defending Jessica G. God, that was out of my I think. I don't know what the hell you call those. And yes, I'm going to eat these brownies while I talk. I mean these things. Muffins. So, I left off on The Expendables in the theater, the studio here. Yeah, Prometheus Hollywood East. And I haven't been working in 20 years. I've been busting my ass. Can't get arrested getting seen. So, thank God I have the 104 of you here on YouTube. You know, which, thank you, by the way, for dealing with this whole clusterfuck saga that I'm doing here. So if I can't help me, I can at least help someone else get acting work. Because if I had the production company that I need, if I had money, you guys would know who I am because I'd be like Tyler Perry. We'd be making movies, period. We would have been making movies from the jump, which was my plan, was to make movies so I could teach Kung Fu for free. That plan went south, like quick, fast, in a hurry. And then, other things that I wanted to do, because of my size, no one would give me a shot. So that kind of is a bit of a problem, and it pisses me off, and there's nothing I can do. So now I'm going to piss off some people. And I'm supposed to tell y'all how acting works, so I'm about to do that now. See, to all you haters on TikTok, it was coming down on Jessica G, Enadry, Jessica G. She'll be friends with me after this, I'm sure. First and foremost, acting doesn't work always on your ability to act. What light through yonder window breaks? Caesar! Beware of the Ides of March. Both of those are Shakespeare plays. Guess who's not in Shakespeare? Many people of color. Now, Othello, on the other hand, was like probably the only Shakespeare play that had a man of color, because it was the Moors. And Othello didn't really work out for Othello at the end. And they remade that a couple of times. Lawrence Fishburne did a movie. Not Joaquin. Is it Joaquin? Yeah, I think it's Joaquin. His last name is Pfeiffer, though. He did a movie. And in the end, it didn't really work out for him. Because he was not the son of a crackhead. Pow! He shot himself. Now, here's the thing. Acting generally works on golden opportunities. Which most of us, who are mixed, don't really get. Now, The Rock got him because The Rock made his way up through wrestling ranks and got super famous. I will never be able to get in wrestling now with this hip, and the fact that the shortest wrestler in the male department is like 5'6", and that's Rey Mysterio. So that's 3 inches and a half taller than me. He might be 5'7". I'm 5'3". I'm 120 pounds. I had a hip replacement. The damn doctor said, you are not allowed to go over 130 pounds. Keep it at 125 max. So I have 4 pounds to go to be my maximum weight of 125. That being said, I'm also no longer allowed to lift weights. I'm no longer allowed to train like I used to, even though you've seen my martial art videos. I'm no longer allowed to go all out at all. And I used to be able to go all out. You can go to Kung Fu Epic #1 to see some of the shit I actually could do versus the limitations that I have right now. Excuse me, the muffins are coming back. So, when I seen this video by this young lady, Miss Mo, who's also awesome, I said, I got to defend this lady who could be playing Katara in the Netflix original, if they actually make it happen, Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm going to defend Jessica G because of the simple fact that this is the thing. I'm 47 years old. I've been busting my ass for 20 years to get noticed. Nothing. I have the 104 of you here. Thank you. That's it. Without the 104 of you, I have nothing. I have 400 and some change. Let me double check that. Let's see. What do I have for Instagram? Let's see. Get to me. How did this damn thing work? I have 511 followers on Instagram, but I follow 5,472. If that could reverse, I would be in great shape. It's probably not going to reverse. But I'm not going to cry about it because it is what it is, you know. But the thing with that is, you know, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and I'm going to have to wait for the Lord to work in mysterious ways while I keep pushing. And I'm going to keep pushing. Now, I will tell you, not too long ago, I was set to quit this shit. You know, and there are some days I wake up and I still do. And I'm 4 days behind right now. 4 days. You know. But, I mean, I just can't catch a break. No matter what I've done, I can't catch a break. Which is why when I make this Scarlet Spider fan film, it's going to be make it or break it. I can't find a bad guy. So I'm going to do plan B. I'm going to film all the bad guy shit now. Come this weekend. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to go film all the bad guy shit. Then I'm going to film all the good guy shit and fuse it together and make a piece of crap movie. Alright? So I'm giving you all fair warning there. I'm giving you all that right there. It's going to be a piece of crap. I'm sorry, but you know, COVID's got everybody scared and nobody really wants to help me out. And also my family is hell-bent on seeing me fail versus seeing me succeed. And that's been that way for the last 20 years. Otherwise, I would have been successful. But people keep tripping over dicks and getting pregnant. And I keep getting stuck taking care of kids that my dick didn't create. Which is why I don't have kids of my own. Or a wife or a family of a whole of my own. Because I've had to take care of other people and their lack of fucking responsibility. And I put that out there because it's the truth. And I don't care whose feelings I'm hurting. Now back to defending Jessica G. I watched people who are not Native American play Native Americans. And did very well in good movies. So why is it, since Native Americans are biologically Asian, everyone wants to give Jessica G a hard time? Screw you guys. There's a black guy. I love Osaka, Osaka, whatever the heck his name is. But I'm not going to audition for the part because I'm not his race. Then the white cat that came on before that, well, girl, you got everything except the race part because you're Vietnamese and she's Inuit, which is Eskimo, which is Native American, which are biologically Asian, which I just showed you that 3 of my favorite Chinese actresses, or at least 2 Chinese and a possible, have played Native Americans. Joan Chen, Jennifer Tilly, and Vivian Wu. Vivian Wu was the Jerry Drumbeater. Joan Chen was Masu, which remotely doesn't even sound like an Inuit name, but hey, I'm Cherokee, so what would I know? And then finally, we have the Inuit name that I can't pronounce by Jennifer Tilly, which I'm going to spell it out for you. Igiyook. Okay, I'm sure the writers of that had to either be Inuit or have somebody in there do that. And it's a good movie. It's called Shadow of the Wolf. Little Drum Beaters and Tales of the Crypt. It's called The Dawn. And Joan Chen was in On Deadly Ground. Now, so did you all understand that these women are Chinese? You can go Google them and find out that they're actually Chinese. This young lady is Vietnamese. She's American, but she's Vietnamese. And I think that if she can do the part, she should play the part. Because that's what acting is about. A lot of people gave the directors to X-Men, the very last one, before the rest of the Wolverine spawned off. Or maybe it was one of the Wolverine movies. Whichever one where Blink was Asian. Even the Asian actress said that she followed the comic, but she don't know why they wanted her to play Blink, because Blink was white and she was Asian. And then she said, well, if they would have made her play Jubilee, then it would have been more fitting, because she was Asian and Jubilee is Chinese. So that would work. But you know, in a world of representation, my kind is the only kind that's not getting represented. Alright? The multicultural, the biracial, yeah, you can slide in. But this is how this works. If you are a biracial, whichever your features favor, that's what you're going to play. there have been some biracial ladies who look more white than Asian. Meg Tilly. She's played a lot of white girls. She's Jennifer Tilly's sister, and I have never seen her play a Native American like her sister, but apparently Jennifer Tilly's the older sister and has made just as many, if not more, movies than her sister. But you know more about Jennifer Tilly's movies versus Meg Tilly's movies, and both of them girls are beautiful and have beautiful bodies and have been naked in quite a few of the flicks. Just to put that out there. Not that that's relevant to this show, but if that will make you go Google them, then there you go. Joan Chen and Vivian Wu, also very beautiful women, also have been naked in some of their films. You know, that's a thing of acting, you know. You're kind of going to have to go there in one film or another. I don't have a problem with that. Maybe not full frontal and no sex scenes. Other than that, I'm good. I have a big scar on my ass, so you better have a lot of makeup. But if they can play Native Americans, why can't this Vietnamese lady play a Native American? I mean, you gotta look at how I'm coming at this. I'm not trying to say that it's racist for her to play a Native American. Because when I saw On Deadly Ground, which I mentioned in another video, I waited for the credits. And when the credits rolled up, and it said, Joan Chen. I'm like, I've seen Joan Chen before. She didn't have as long her hair as she had in this movie, because I'm used to seeing her with short hair. Blood of Heroes, I mentioned that in another video. And I got to thinking, it's like, hold on, I seen her in the Golden Gate movie with Matt somebody, not Matt Damon. It's another Matt. Him and Brian Bloom kind of look alike. But I can't remember the name. That was Matt somebody. He played in Tex. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, she's Chinese. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, hold on, she's Chinese. Up until that point, you know, I was like, wow, did that really happen? That's just been like $20 to come see her and she's Chinese? It really happened. Now, they did have other Inuit actresses in there. One of them actually accused Steven Seagal of being a rapist, but that's neither here or there in the video of me defending Jessica G. Now, when I watched Vivian Wu play Little Drum Beater, she spent a lot of her time in her underwear and in Inuit clothes. And I waited for the credits to go off because I've seen Vivian Wu in other things. Pillow Talk was pretty good. Her and Ewan McGregor. You guys can go check that video out. And I sit there and I was like, okay, that's Vivian Wu. Hold on. Vivian Wu is Chinese. You know? So you see where I'm rolling with this. I am not insulting Joan Chen or Vivian Wu. I'm proud. They did a damn good job playing Native Americans. For women who are not Native Americans, they did a damn good job. Then I seen Shadow of the Wolf. Again, Jennifer Tilly, who's part Canadian and Chinese and French, some other white ethnicity, who normally now just plays white girls. But for that, she played a Native American with Lou Diamond Phillips, who's part Hawaiian, which means he's part Polynesian, which means he's part Asian, therefore, and he's played a Native American in a lot of shit. May I mention him, because I love Lou Diamond Phillips, by the way, not in a gay way. Young Guns, 1 and 2, some other school thing, and then he played the movie that pissed me off for the rest of time, even though it was a good movie called Renegades, but it pissed me off because of that movie. People would not stop calling me fucking Chief. I hate being called Chief to this day. I hate being called Chief. So therefore, yeah, he did a great role as a Native American, though granted he is nowhere near Native American. Then again, he might be, but I still have to Google to confirm that. But for the most part, he's definitely part Hawaiian. I don't know what Polynesian place he comes from, but he's born in America, I believe. So, you know, good to you, Lou. But, like I said, if you were mixed, whatever your face favors is the ethnicity you're going to play. Now I want to bring you back to The Rock real quick before I get back to this video of defending Jessica G. See, people are giving The Rock a hard time because he doesn't play black characters. He's always playing someone who's Samoan or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. He should be very proud of his Samoan heritage, just like I'm very proud of my Cherokee heritage, as well as my black, as well as my white heritage. But the problem is, when The Rock tried to bring up John Henry, that's Rock's skin tone. That's not. This is lighter than John Henry's skin tone. And this is omega lighter than John Henry's skin tone. So that being said, you know, they started giving The Rock a hard time. But yet, they gave him a hard time because he didn't play black characters. Now they give him a hard time because he wanted to play a black character. So, yeah. And the truth be told, nobody fucking remembers what the hell John Henry's skin tone was like anyway. Moving back to Jessica G. Now see, these people, they jumped on it. It was a white guy, black guy, and some Asian chicks. And a Native American. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, because in my other video I throw y'all back into a time where I didn't know or couldn't remember that Native Americans were biologically Asian until my Asian friend from my public speaking class, who's the son of a preacher, he made a bet with me, and I lost. Good thing I didn't have to eat a hat. Went to the library, found out that no matter how many books we picked up, it all said the same thing. So unless all of those guys were smoking, you know, Native Americans are biologically Asian. Alright, let me see if I can find the video, because I'm going to mute the sound, and if I left it where it was supposed to be, which is right there you are. Alright, no, okay. Damn it, you weren't supposed to keep playing. This is why this sucks. Alright, so this is the Native American girl that was insulting the Vietnamese girl about playing the role. How you doing? Now I'm going to go a little further because I'm going to go backwards. Alright. Now, these girls are Inuit. Yeah. Look at their faces. All of them. They're still Asian. This is a young Asian woman here who found out that she had Native American in her after she did her geology test. This is also Miss Mo, who's very pretty. I'm not chunking Miss Mo down. Now, I think that she probably could have did a little bit more constructive criticism of the people on TikTok that was giving this young lady, Jessica G, a hellacious time. If this picture shows up. I hate technology. I just want y'all to know that me and technology are not friends. Like, at all. And see, if I didn't need it to work, it would have worked just perfectly. Oh, God bless it. It went to a commercial. Now, where's the picture of the girl? Okay, get right there. Stop. See, what a lot of people don't understand is how Hollywood actually works. And even I don't understand it all the way.
Standards, please stop making them different races, please. So some people...
Okay, let's go back. Where's that cursor? Oh, for God's sake. Okay, screw it.
Or Indic language. Apart from him, I don't see any of the Earth Kingdom people being Indian because...
Okay,
please
just...
stop making Asian characters different races just because they are tan. It perpetuates the idea that Asians can't be dark, and it encourages toxic beauty standards. Please stop making them different races, please. So some people...
Alright, so that there was another thing that kind of pissed me off. Alright, because one, there are some darker Asians. Samoans are my color. Polynesians are my color. But I have my color because I'm also part black. Alright? My Native American grandmother was quite light. You know, like just a touch lighter than this. My mom looks almost white. I've lost her in public. I've also touched on that in another video. My dad, he looked black, but his mom was Native American. She was definitely this color. I'm this color, but I'm this color because I stay in the sun and I refuse to wear long sleeve shirts. I just refuse. Even if it's raining, I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt, you know. If I'm in a movie, unless it's like, oh, mega cold outside, because I don't deal with the cold very well. Part Cherokee, not part Eskimo. I do not deal with the cold. That's about the only time you're going to find me in a long sleeve shirt. In other words, if it's brick cold outside, I'm going to be in a long sleeve shirt. But there are Asians of different colors. The Samoan Islands, the Polynesians, Micronesia, Micronesia, whatever the heck it's called. Many other Asians are not light, pale, light. Right? Some of them are as dark as me. Some may even be darker. But the fact of the matter is that they would not let this girl be Katara. Everybody's trying to get her shut down on TikTok. They're causing all kinds of problems. But you guys haven't even given her a chance. You know? Alright, let's say I'm going to play Bruce Lee in an upcoming film. But the only way I can do that is this has to go. No, it does not. You can put a one of these little doohickeys. I don't know where the other one is, but you can put one of these little doohickeys on me. And put a glue cap with hair shaped like Bruce Lee's to be on there. But the reason why that's not going to happen is because my skin tone. My eyes are nowhere near like his, and Bruce Lee wasn't even full Chinese. He had an actual Eurasian grandmother who was part Chinese and part white. So yeah, he also was born here in America. So you see the things that fuck up. Now, you have to understand that, you know, Asian colors can vary. Just like black people's colors can vary. I did a color wheel video last year, so if you guys want to find that, you can go check that out, about the light skin tones, black skin tones, who's closer related to white, who's closer related to full-on African. And there is a color wheel amongst Asians, just like there's a color wheel amongst blacks. I do not know if there's a color wheel amongst whites. I don't know enough white people to ask them that without sounding like a complete racist jerk, so I just let that go. I can only dwell within the confines of what I know of my own culture. So, what I know of my own culture is my mom is pasty pale, and if you take her down to Scottsville, you'll lose her in a crowd. My dad was super brown. If I take him to Africa, he won't be found. Alright? Simple as that. But we have mixed ethnicity, and there's no one in Hollywood writing roles for someone who you've never seen before. No. Which is why for 20 years I've been busting my ass and no one's seeing me but the 104 of you. Now let's finish this up with Jessica G. I'm going to make one final video defending Jessica G, and we're going to call it a night. So thanks for watching.